And I'll never forget this. Interest rates were like at 6, and I'll never forget my mom being like, interest rates will never be this low. We got to buy now. And they were at like 6.5.
So you're in Afghanistan, Iraq. You read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And how does that change the way you're looking at life and planning for things?
Growing up, I thought the only way you could become wealthy was to be famous. So, maybe politician. I realized with my mouth and my time in the military, politician was out. Actor, not pretty enough to do that. And then athlete, which is what I really wanted to be, but not talented enough for that. So I was just like, I'm just going to live this nice, definitely not going to be wealthy. But then Rich Dad, Poor Dad opened me up to the fact that, hey, the wealthy don't work for money. The wealthy create and think and buy assets. They don't trade their time. They buy assets, and then their assets essentially buy their time back. So that was paradigm shifting for me.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's just funny that's everybody kind of gets that mind shift out of that book, and so many investors have read that book and was their catalyst. So, okay, you read the book.
Yeah.
You read the book. You say, okay, assets are what it's all about. So how do you decide on real estate, and where'd you go from there?
I think I went home for leave, and so Kiyosaki, I don't know how, my mom actually sent me the book. I don't know how my mom found the book. I'm assuming it was when he was on Oprah. I'd have to ask her. But so she knew about Kiyosaki. She wanted to get in on this. And then my brother was in medical school at the same time. Then he read it. He's like, yeah, let's get in on this. And I'll never forget this. So, interest rates were at 6. And I'll never forget my mom being like, interest rates will never be this low. We got to buy now. And they were at 6.5. So, we started doing what everybody does. We started looking on the MLS. We started walking houses. We didn't know what we were doing. But this was in retrospect, this is 2006. This was the worst time to be buying. Worst time to be buying, flipping, not worst time to be buying. I think when you're buying long-term assets, all the time's a good time to be buying. But we can get into that later. Yes, we bought a rental house, and then my brother lived in there and was a tenant for us through med school, and then he got 2 other med school students, so we got elevated rent. It was like an Airbnb before they were invented.
Wow, pioneering. Okay, so you got it was a duplex then?
No, it was single family, but we charged rent by the room.
Nice. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So obviously in a college town near the med school.
Yeah, I mean it was in St. Louis, so there's St. Louis University, not exactly a college town.
Yeah.
But for these med students, they're a little older. They want a yard. They want stuff like that. They want to be able to barbecue. They don't want to live.
Right. Yeah. The days of Top Ramen are over for them. That's really cool.